Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. My name is Ace. I am an artist. I like to draw, hobby, doing it for a long time. We are learning 3D sculpting, retopology more specifically, doing 3D character models for reference to use in a webcomic that I have already written. I need to get to 7 so I can start working on the character art and pages. Basically, we're at 2, so we got a ways to go, but we're getting there. We're learning along the way too. So I'm enjoying it. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I hope that this week will be even better for you. Okay, we're gonna get started here as soon as I get going. I'm still getting some stuff together. I apologize for that. Let's see. We have we have I'm gonna do some I'm gonna work on the elbow a little bit here. I decided to delete some of the faces and try to I want the retopology to be shaped around the bend a little better. So that's what we're gonna fix real quick before we move on. I didn't get to do this offline. I adjusted it a little bit, but I left it unfinished. We're gonna try to finish it real quick before we move on. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna skip the midsection. We're not gonna do that on stream. As soon as I get my Rets apology together, you know what I'm saying, we can get going. Sorry, I'm a little disorganized right now, but we're gonna get there. Not that. Uh-oh. Let me see. No. No. Looking for a leg one. I guess that'll do. Oh, the right, the hands. We got to do the hands too, so we'll get that going. Okay. What is this? Rewards enabled on Apple TV. Okay, we don't want that at all. Okay. All right, we're ready to start. I apologize for that. Okay. Now, let's see here. Yeah, I simplified the retopology for the entire body. We're going to try to do it like this. It's going to get subdivided. So basically, all I really have to worry about is just making it even and neat, nice and neat, basically. And we are. I'm slowly doing that, very slowly, but we're doing it. All right. So let's go ahead and actually start now. And what I'm thinking is like a more of like a more of a I guess an octagonal shape around the elbow. I've never done this. I've only seen it, and I'm not actually using a reference. I'm kind of just spitballing this here. But I'm going to try to do something here. All right, you can have two in the center. I don't have a reference for this because I've actually never done this before. I think the last mesh that I did, I just did it like straight down. And basically, we're just gonna do it like something like that. And maybe we can just bridge these two together. Wait, not that one. Not that one either. Bridge these two together. Like so. Something like that. And then we can just bridge the rest of it the way it is. Let's see. We can probably grab this and start aligning it with what's already here. So it looks a little better. A little bit more easier. The only problem is there's no line over here like there is over here. But that's okay. That's why we're here. We're here to try to figure out better ways to do it. I did find some guides online about retopology. And I think I got some like some visual resources that I could use, like some references for retopologies that I can use. I think I did anyway. I have to look for them. It's been I didn't really get to do everything that I set out to do last week. I didn't stream on Wednesday and I didn't do the game stream that I had planned, but we're going to try to do that this week, okay? But everything is okay. Everything is fine. It's all fine. Let's see. Okay, so I think we got, well, it's a little crooked. I will try my best to adjust this as we go along, but we will get it. Yeah, maybe something like this. It's a little weird angle. What if I turn this line to make it straight like this? Oh, oh, let's unselect that. Okay, now we can fill that in. I'm gonna try like that because the elbow bends around here. This is the edge loop basically, and I'm gonna get a resource, but it's like the way the polygons are gonna bend. They bend a certain way when you manipulate them, and you want them to bend in a way that doesn't deform the model. I don't, like I said many times already, because I keep saying it. Uh, I don't think it will matter too much once it's subdivided. We just haven't actually gotten here yet to confirm it, but I think we'll be okay. I'm eager to see where my retopology leads to. My other mesh is already subdivided, but I haven't rigged it yet because we're not at that stage. We still got to put hair on it. And right now I am redefining the boots. Way back when we did the boots, when I did the low poly, like the retopology for the boots, I didn't do them right. So the details that I did on the boots kind of was lost, but I'm touching them up to where they look like they're like the original mesh. I had already deleted the high poly, so I can't just do it again. Well, I can do it again. I can easily just re-retopologize them again and and just basically do that whole process over. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this guy's boots better and then just transfer these boots over to that mesh. They're not messed up. It's just I don't want to leave them the way they are. They're just a little undefined. You know, they're a little just a little bit very rough. They're back to being rough again. But they do look a little better. I'm just redoing the seams and the shoestrings. But when I do the retopology for these boots, I'm going to do the boot laces different than I did the last time, which is basically just go over them. You lose the details when you don't retopologize them right the first the first go around. But we're going to fix that. We're going to fix it by just giving that mesh this guy's boots, or at least a copy of them anyway. And then we'll just do them. We won't even have to do the boots anymore, really, to be honest. I mean, I could transfer those boots over here, retopologize them again for this guy, do them correctly, and then send them back fully done. You know, we don't have to, because we're getting up to the point. Once I do the body, it's going to be the boots first, and then the clothing like we did before. I think I might be able to do that. The clothing I'm not worried about because I have let's say garment tool. I could just easily just make the clothing, any kind of clothing that I want, and but the boots I have to do by hand. But you know, maybe not. Maybe I can just use the same amount of boots, or the same, not the same amount of boots. The same mesh, or yeah, the same boot model. Sorry. What the? I'm trying to see where this line goes. Okay, it wraps. It seems like it spirals up. We don't want that to happen. It's a line that leads nowhere. Hmm. Oops. No, 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 no. I don't know what I just did. I've never used a knife topology tool, so I have no idea. Oh, bisect? You mean to tell me? Hold on. Let me try something. If I click this, can I click bis? No, I guess not. Let's try it now. Did I bisect? Okay, let's not do that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not sure what that does. All right, so this is an easy problem to fix here. We have two here and one here. We don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this face and slowly replace it with a half polygon, half quote unquote, okay? Air quotes. It's not really a half, it's a full. They're always full, it's just a different size. I may have deleted some more lines than I should have. I'm not really sure why the lines are spiraling along his arm. That was completely unintentional. But it's okay. We'll fix it. Let's see here. What if I just, let me just take this down. Yeah, it's not gonna really help us. The lines just spiral no matter what. um, the only thing that I could think of to do would be to just delete the face and then just replace them with these smaller ones, and then have the smaller ones just attached to the big ones and just be done with it. Oh, you know what I messed up? We got the half, but we don't have the other half. So let me just delete that face. Delete this, and delete this. Okay. Messed up. Done. I did done messed up. All right. Make sure this is kind of even. It doesn't look even at all. Looks pretty jacked up, to be honest. I thought this would help the mesh, but maybe it's because I have it like that. What if I took this and just, maybe not. We're going to try to make this a little look a little better. Maybe something like that. But then we have this line that we need to fix. Oops, I'm hitting F. Don't hit F, hit G. Okay. Hope I didn't create any extra faces and edges there when I did that. Normally when I hit F, it extrude. I think that only works with vertexes though. I could be wrong. I am not 100% well versed on every selection or mode in this program, but hopefully we'll get there with any luck. All right, that looks a little better, but only just a little bit. Take this and rotate it. All right, so now we just have to create the other half of this elbow like we almost forgot to do. That would have been embarrassing. Okay. Hey, Pi, welcome to the stream. Looks like you have made a lot of progress with this 3D guy. Yes, we are. I opted for a simpler topology for this one since it's going to be subdivided. I just need to make them even. That's all. And I wanted to redo the elbow so that way the mesh bends better when I rig it. And I honestly don't know if I need to do this. I'm just I have a mesh without this on the knees and the elbows, and I have a mesh. Well, this mesh will have this, and I'll be able to compare it then. But until then, we're just kind of flying blind here. How you doing? How was your weekend? Mine was pretty chill. I think we can do this. Like that, yeah. And then we'll just adjust the shape like so. I had a lot of rest in the weekend, so I'm good. Thanks. Oh, that's great. Yeah, me too. Um, come to think of it, I don't think I've ever played a visual novel. It might be well, it's more of a modern genre, I guess. Well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know how far back visual novels go. I know point and clicks, that's probably the closest thing to a visual novel that I've played, like a point and click adventure game, but not, where you can see the character. They have ones where you're in the first person view. You're basically the main character. That's probably the closest thing, but it's not quite uh it's not quite a visual novel, I guess. The only one that I've seen a YouTuber, or should I say a team of YouTubers, friends, whatever you want to call them. I honestly don't know because I don't know them. Game Grumps. I guess they're friends. I don't know. They've played Danganronpa, I believe it's called. That having watched that playthrough, I watched. It got like 100 episodes or so. I just left it on play one time while I was actually learning how to do this. And yeah, I don't think I've played anything like that before. The Game Grumps, Random Country. Yeah, I do enjoy their videos from time to time. Yeah, I haven't been watching them too much lately. I saw that they were playing Supermarket Simulator, and I had that on my wish list, and it looked pretty fun. So I immediately stopped watching their episodes and just started playing it, and it is really fun. It's a really fun game. I've been really enjoying it. But yeah, that's probably the only visual novel that I've actually seen in action was Danganronpa. I don't know which one it is. I know they have more than one. I thought it was based off of something. I'm not really sure. Yeah, it's just basically you just I think I may have played something like that, like a Newgrounds game. You know, they kind of have some of them have kind of like that visual novel aspect. They have like a bajillion seasons. I haven't caught up with them in a long time. Yeah, it's. I think there's like quite a few Danganronpa games because they play those often, and those episodes number in the dozens, maybe more. I'm not. I don't even remember, to be honest. I just know that it was like a murder mystery that they were trying to solve. Seemed fun. Visual novels are technically old, but before they weren't that widespread before. Yeah, yeah, I think I agree with that. I've seen the concept. I felt like I have played it. Maybe not official games, right? You know, games that other people have made that they aren't exactly developers. They just made some stuff for fun. Um, I've played games that like that were similar to visual novels. I don't know if you would call them a visual novel, but yeah, it seemed like something familiar. It's just I can't think of one visual novel that I've actually played, so I don't know. I think this will work. I'm pretty sure this will work. Well, we're just gonna have to find out. We got it on the other side, right? Yep. We just gotta fill in the gaps. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. So many genres of games now. Let me see. Okay, so we're going to align this entire face with the other face right here, right here. We're gonna line it right there, and then we're gonna take this and kind of move it just enough to. Okay, so we. Oh, that was an accident. Anyways, now it's even on this side, but it's not even on that side. We're just gonna have to deal with it, or we can just delete this face and not deal with it at all. Just create a whole new face that actually fits that space. Whoa, amazing. I think we fixed it. Now we just have to do this for the knee and then we can go on. And we're going to start. That's where we're going to start. I can't do this section because, his butt's going to be out. If I cover it, it won't be covered. And I need to have it uncovered when I'm doing it. And I think that's against the Twitch rules. So we're going to start at the knee and go up and down. And then I'll probably just do the rest of it offline. Just because I love this emote, save. Yes, you've got a point. Definitely want to save. Save early, save often. That was the golden rule of playing adventure games back in the day. Because you never know when you're gonna die, and so many things in those types of games will just straight up kill you. If you didn't save, there was no autosave back then. If you didn't save it, you're starting over. Dan likes adventure games. I was actually thrilled to know that. I didn't. He doesn't strike me as a game like a gamer, but clearly he's played games. In his youth. The NES era gave me save OCD. Yeah, it gets there's a point when you go from not being able to do that to suddenly being able to do that, and now you kind of you kind of drill it into yourself to save even on games where you can't actually do that. You just want to enjoy the experience. Like I've played NES games where you could save the game and when you previously couldn't. And I don't know. It's like on one hand, yeah, you finally beat the game, but you didn't do it in the way that it was intended. So it's kind of like a bittersweet thing. But at least you didn't cheat. You know. some of those games are, I mean, it's kind of, there should be some leniency, right? Some of those games you can't really find anymore. There's a, there's a collector's market that kind of jacked up the prices of older games for literally no reason whatsoever other than just to line their own pockets. So collecting those games nowadays are become even harder. The lines are a bit blurred as far as what is and what isn't the original, you know, experience. Some people play on CRT still. I see that on streams here and there. But one thing that's kind of, curious to me is they'll say original hardware, but it's not. It's like a system that has all the games on it. That's not the cartridges, right? I wouldn't exactly call that original hardware, but I'm not an expert, so I don't know. I have ROMs and emulators. I don't. I know that's not original hardware, and that's basically the same thing. It's just actually on a system made for that type of thing, right? But it's like whatever. I'm not like a stickler for that type of stuff. If I want to see a game that's old that I know and see how people demolish it, that's all I really care about. I don't really care what it's on. But some people do. As I am not a collector, I just use an EverDrive, a cartridge that can emulate having other games. I haven't used the NES since the Cats 8, the Transformers cable. Oh, wow. Yeah, I had to learn the hard way that that covering around the cable is made of edible materials. I had some of that stuff in my car, and one time, I think it was like 2 years ago when I was going to work, I drove off and my car started smoking. All the lights went off. I could smell gas. I'm like, what is happening? I stopped. I think I backed up because I was not gonna make it around the block. Open up the lid, and there's a groundhog just sitting there, just chewing wires, just chewing away. He chewed through the fuel line. He chewed through all the electronic lines, and apparently, well, besides the fuel line, I don't know. Maybe he chewed through that to get into the car. I think some animals chased him underneath my car, and he chewed through the fuel to get away from them. But then from there, all the wires in there were just edible, and he ate them all up. That was a very expensive repair that I had to do. Mainly the fuel line. The electronic lines weren't too bad, but when you chew through the fuel line, it's like certain people, they don't, certain repair shops don't really mess with gas like that. Once there's a something wrong with the fuel, you'll have to go to like a major uh repair shop. And yeah, that's how I learned about that. It's like a biodegradable or something, like, I don't know. It's something that's edible to animals. The groundhog was like, "Would you mind closing the lid? It's too bright." Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. I'm like, "All right." I actually was startled. I dropped the top of my lid, but it didn't hurt the animal. He just, there's so many, in the car, you could just get into the in between the things, and I think, I don't know. I think he already chewed through the wire, but it seemed like when I started the car, he was trying to claw his way out. So what I did was, I couldn't get him out of the car. He would stay in the car. So what I did was I just got in my car and turned it on for a while until he decided to leave, and that's what happened. I never saw him actually leave, but he wasn't in the car anymore. I'm looking around like, where is this guy? It would know. I left it on for like 20 minutes, as much as I could, because my gas was still slowly ticking away. Yeah, it's like, what can I do? I just called the tow truck, had it sent to a place that would work on it, and had him fix it. We have ground. I mean, I live in the city, but we do have ground. Like, I'm like, there's wilderness is not far, so I see groundhogs all the time. It's just, that's, and all my years of having a car, I've never had to deal with that. It's just a fluke moment, you know. I'm just happy that this storm is gone and that like no trees on our street fell down, but we had trees coming down all over the place. It was crazy. I'm like, well, I'm glad that wasn't us because you know we have a couple of trees and they seem pretty old, but they held up for now. Last time, I think, let's see, about 2 years ago, we had a tree come down, but it was on the other side of the street, and it took out an electrical pole, and the pole hit someone's house across the street. I'm just glad that it didn't come our way. You know, some of these trees should just be cut down at this point. They're just too old. You know what? We can get rid of this one. I mean, let's see, dissolve that. Yeah, we'll just dissolve that one. All right, so we have, I mean, this is a no-brainer. We got one complete square. If we can just close that gap. But we have two on this side. Why? Why, may you ask? Why not? We're just going to delete that too. And then we are going to close that. There. I do believe it's solved. It's a little more even. Well, it's still like crooked here and there for certain little areas, but we'll fix that as we go. As I said, you know what? We don't need this one either. Why don't we dissolve that one? Yeah. And then we can fix this. Boom. I'm wondering why this one has an extra face and this one doesn't. What if I just did that? What if I straightened it? Hmm. Is it an extra face now? I guess we can leave this little triangle. I mean, you could leave it. Or I could just dissolve this. Well, that kind of looks kind of weird now. Well, I guess it's a comparable to the other side, but not really. We'll leave it. All right. There I think we modified the elbows to perform a little better. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if this will actually help, but we're gonna find out later down the line. Now let's get to the fingers. And all I need to do really is to put an edge loop here and along all the knuckles. Yeah, that's basically it. It's just a matter of which one do I want to copy. How about this one? Just because of its size. What what happened? Okay. What happened? I'm gonna straighten this square out. Let's see. Okay. Now we're just gonna duplicate them over and over. Like so. Can I just... Is that the knuckle? It looks, oh, well, besides that, it looks off to me. I guess it is. I don't know why it looks weird to me though. What did I do? Hold on, let me put this here. I want to spin that around because I feel like I was doing that from this angle. Okay, well I can. This should be well. I mean, this is below this one, which I think that's what I was going for. But now, well, I think we can just move this one up. I'll do that when we are finalizing the the actual the mesh that we're actually working on. That's a little weird that I didn't catch that before. Okay. Now I'm just going to adjust the size of these edges here. Click face, and we're just going to scale that down a little bit. Oh, all right. Okay. Now you may be wondering why I didn't adjust the size that I want in the first place and then copy them. Well, I did. Okay. It's just when you copy them onto another surface, it kind of distorts them a little bit. So you still have to adjust them regardless. I don't know why that happens. It just does. And I have resigned to accepting it. So we're just going to do it. We're just going to do it. We're just going to continuously adjust them as we go because it doesn't really matter if you do it beforehand. They're just going to change shape anyway. Oh, wait. No, don't hit F. Hit. What's happening? Oh, yeah. I'm on the wrong. I'm on the wrong mode. I'm sorry. Okay. Now we go to edges. We already adjusted this one. I'm gonna do it again. You know, I'm gonna tweak it some more. Rotate, rotate. I don't know why that one's a little, just a little bit tricky for some reason. I'm gonna rotate that bottom, this bottom here. Now we got to do the top because we rotated that side. We got to do the other side. Okay, I think this is good. And you know what? While we're at it, click this again. Shift D down. Into oblivion. There, that's all we need. Now we just need to do the thumb, which I think we can just watch. We'll see. We'll see if it deforms. Well, obviously it just did. Man, we had another one there. See what I mean? We transported our well-adjusted face onto the thumb, and look what size it is now. It's a diamond. Our rectangle became a diamond. Even though all that meticulous adjusting was already done, we have to still do it because we moved it. It's a combination of the snap tool and shrink wrap, which just automatically deforms it. And then you saw the mirrored version was already stretching over to this side somehow. It's just the way it is. All right, so we need it. It's like an extra. There's a knuckle right here. That's where we're gonna put the thing right there. It's just it's kind of hard to see because we have in front turned on. And I know for a fact there's a way that I can see both clearly, the underneath and over, and the extra planes, the low mesh planes over it. I'm just not sure how, and I still haven't looked up how to do it yet. So forgive me. It's not terribly important. I can work with my view obstructed, and I might make some more mistakes than I normally would, but I can do it. All right, so we have all of the areas where we want to put the edge loops. Now we're just going to stretch them around the thumb. And once we do that, we can connect it all up and the hand will be done. Yippee. Okay. Let's get our hand in a proper position. There, that's a little more even. You know what we could do, actually, just to make our lives a little bit easier, is just to start lining it up now with the hand. We were continuing the practice of doing that for this mesh. We didn't do that for the last mesh. I think we kind of just did it. We just covered it up. We covered everything up, and then we kind of adjusted it to where it's somewhat even. It turned out fine, That's why I'm not really too concerned about it anymore. But we're not gonna know for sure until the end. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the results of that. If you couldn't tell by me continuously mentioning how these faces can deform when you're rigging them. Easy fix too, so not a big deal. Oh, we're stretching. Please don't. Okay, so I guess I could do this, and this. I guess. I mean, we're gonna try it. Yeah, why not? All right, we're gonna continue around the thumb, and basically, I'm just lining up everything with what's already there on the hand. I want to make this thinner though. It looks like it wants to deform. I don't want that to happen, but it wants to do that. There we got clink clang, cling clang. And then we got this lined up. At least somewhat lined up. Now, what are we lining up here when we're going around the top? These? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah. We'll try to line it up with the top. I think we can make that work. Uh-oh. False alarm. All right. So I'm thinking of starting where the palm is and just connecting that together. Okay. I hit G so I can see, so it's not clipping into the the high poly mesh. I want to see every edge. I want every edge showing, so there's no problems. You'll know when something's off. You can actually tell when it's not connected. You can tell when there's more than one. So you want to make sure you can see everything from every angle. Oops. Keep clicking the wrong edges. I want to just put one right here. It's a little big, but I think it'll work. This is our edge loop. Let's see. Look on the other side when it doesn't have the bold lines. Just some straightening here and there. That's really it. Probably adjust the lines, the spacing a little bit more. It's much simpler this time, so going back and adjusting the lines it's even easier than it was before. We don't have too many of them, so really all we really need to do is just adjust the spacing a little bit here and there. I think the head's good. I think that's as good as we can get. Well, we can probably adjust the the horizontal lines to make them more straight. They're kind of curving up some. I don't know when that happened. Maybe I moved something. I'm not sure, but we will fix that. I'm probably gonna do a lot of that um later on off stream just to make sure, so I can fully concentrate on it. But it will be done. How about we do this? Uh-oh, I hit B for some reason. Hold on, wait. I want to start that one over. All right. All right, so these, well, I mean, I don't want a big, it'll work. It'll be fine. I think what I can do, I can just leave it. I think I can leave it. Should be all right. What's going on here? Hmm. Think, I think that's okay. I don't have a reference to go. I don't have like a frame of reference. Like I don't know what's right and wrong. We're not gonna find out until we rig it, but we can at least make it even and straight. So far, my retopology has not caused me any lasting problems yet. So we'll see. Time will tell. But we have the palm done. We have the palm. We just need to do the fingers and thumb now. Tell you what, while we're on this, I can probably rotate this line just to make it a little straighter. What if I took this and I'm gonna move. Oh, we don't want that. I'm gonna take this entire line and just kind of move it over a little bit. It's only really the fingers. Eh, well, maybe a little, only a little finger. The fingers will, if I make them into a fist, it should only be the fingers that really bend. I've made a fist with my rig before. It didn't look too bad for me. and that was on an automated retopology. I could, you know, now that I have a better understanding, I could try to make quad remesh work, but I feel like it'll still mess up the face, so we're doing it manually. I don't like the way it does the face. It's the only reason why I'm not using it. You know what I could do though is do the entire like remesh the entire body. I could try doing that and then just take the head off and do the head manually. Just do certain things manually, like the head, the hands, maybe the elbow. We could try doing that. That would greatly speed up this process, like greatly. Okay. But I want to see how fully manual turns out first, you know, before we start, you know, altering things and coming up with new solutions. Because we don't know right now, we don't know what works, but we're going to find out. I do like the low amounts though. You know, if I had 2,000 and I subdivided it a few times, it would amount to a very low overall mesh with the same detail. That's really what's more important to me than anything. So if I ever wanted to create a like a game of my own with using 3D assets, of course, then I already know how to create game ready meshes that are not taxing to the game or engine or anyone's system if I have a lot of them on the screen or in the environment. But we're not there yet. Like I have some ideas, but I'm not there yet. I'm not there. I'm just trying to focus on doing this webcomic because it's something I wanted to do for a long time now. But I like to try. You know, I follow, like I said, I follow a lot of game people or game developers, and it's very fascinating. I've always wanted to try it. I've done one RPG Maker game a very long time ago when I was a kid, when it was just the first RPG Maker. It was fun then, you know. It comes with pre-made assets. I think you could actually make your own sprites. I'm pretty sure you could. Oh, mine was unwinnable though. I couldn't. Every time I played it, when you start the game, the final boss immediately shows up and kills you, and I didn't know how to stop that from happening because I had more than just the final boss as an enemy. That was my game. That was my first. That game. I think that was in. That was like that was a long time ago. That was like 99, 2000. Very long time ago. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Let me just put those two together since they're close enough. I think I can just do that. Put that, like, attach those as well. How about this? I think that will work. Like when you think about it, it's just the front and the top that will bend, right? This part of the thumb should remain straight, I think, if you bend it. So I don't think it'll deform there. I'm not going to worry about deforming too much right now until I actually see it. just so I could stop mentioning it, and because we're just not there yet. Like I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I'm just gonna focus on trying to make this look good enough from now on. Let's see, one. Okay, so we're gonna have three here. I don't think it'll matter. Do I want to make a one big one though? What if I loop cut and slide that? Hmm? Can I do it again? Maybe I can. Maybe, just maybe. What if I did this? Hmm? I'm just making these straight now. Let's space them out. All right, so the last time I did the hands, I did not, I just covered the fingernail. I messed up there. So my other mesh, you don't, the fingernails aren't too well defined. I let it go because it didn't really matter, but actually, well, that's not really the reason why. The reason why I let it go is because I didn't want to go back and fix it. So I just let it go. It doesn't look bad, you know. And like I said, it's just a little undefined in this area. But this time, we're gonna not lose that the detail that we created on the high poly. So what I'm going to do is we're going to bring the faces all the way up to the fingernail here, and then do the fingernails sort of in the shape that we did the elbow, pretty much like that, and then stretch them over the edge and probably put some underneath as well, and we'll have that detail there forever. And that's how we're going to do all of our meshes from now on. The reason why I didn't do it on my first one was because I didn't know about it, and then while researching this, I saw it, and by that point I had already done the hand. I didn't want to go back like I did this time with the elbow. I just didn't want to do it, so I didn't. I was like, you know what? Let's see how it turns out without doing that. And it doesn't turn out bad. Like I said, you'll still see what you did, but it's like taking this and just going back like 100 steps, maybe 200 steps, however long it took me to shape it to make it look like this. You're just basically just regressing that progress backwards of a good amount, but it's still there. There's still a thumb, there's still a fingernail. It's just not like this. It's just not like this. Are we on? We're on verse. What I want to do is I want to loop cut and slide that now. Not like that though. That was bothering me. After a while, I decided to just do something about it. There. Now we have another row there. You know what? Either I should move this up, move this down, but I'm gonna move this up since it's already there. As soon as I make them straight, I can go ahead and get that started. Twist it. We are going to wait. Just looking at the thumb now. Of course, we got that right there. Save it. All right, we stretched that out. Now let's stretch these out just a little bit more so they're kind of more in line with the length of these. Okay. Going around the thumb now. With another row. I'm going to try to line up the lines now. That way they are not super crooked like this. So I'm going to move these back. Actually, I think they're good right here. These are lower. So we're going to move these down lower. I'll try to even them out. Okay, that's not too bad, I guess. Now I'm going to switch back to edges, and we're going to do that. Okay, now back to vertices, and we're going to continue stretching this down. Do I want to make a smaller loop around here? Because we want to stop. I want to stop right at the cuticle. Because we're going to do the fingernail shape next. Get that going. Yeah, we're just going to do it. I said, as long as they're not super crooked, I don't think it'll matter. What we'll see. And we can have it just come around like so. We could do it now. We just get it started right now. Oh, oh, I see. There was there was a another vertex there, or sorry, another face there, and then that I accidentally extruded. I'm not sure if I should bother making this the same exact shape as the fingernail. Whoa, that is not what we want. No. Well, I guess that's let's extrude another one. See what happens there. Okay, it's snapping to the fingertip. Just a small. It's an angle issue. That's all it is. It's no big deal. All right, that's not too bad. And we can just take that and just extrude it across. And shrink it away from the edge just a little bit. Just a little bit. Should I try to line it up with that line? Why not? Yeah, I think we can. I think we can manage that. We probably don't need these this many lines either. Dissolve. Dissolve. Yeah, we can leave it. That way it's a little more even-ish. And now we're going to extrude. Uh-oh. We don't want to dip into the finger. We want to keep this on the fingernail because we're going to put polygons. We're going to try to get polygons up underneath here too. And then we won't ever have to worry about the fingernails. Let's see. This should be okay, I think. Yeah. Yep, turned out just fine. Okay, cool. Now we could just extrude this back up. Well, we don't want to twist it up. Now we're just straightening the lines. Okay. All right, so it's just the 4 here, and then we're good. Oops, I hit G. F is what we want, not G. Now, since they're pretty much fairly lined up, we can just continue hitting F there. That's done with an add-on. It's already built into Blender. You just have to activate it. It's F2. It's called F2. You don't tap F2. That's not gonna help. At least to my knowledge, it won't help you. I don't know. I've never pressed F2, and I'm not going to press F2 now. All right. Let's try to stretch it. I can see good enough like this, so we're going to get the old fingernails going here. I don't want to do that. So what if I did this instead? No, it's just gonna. Yeah, we're gonna lose some definition there if we do it that way. At least I feel like we will. Oops. No. We can, even though it'll be triangly, we can do that, but then we can just dissolve that triangle later. I just want to get the polygons over the fingernail. That's really all I'm concerned about right now. It's just being difficult. It doesn't appear to be at the edge, but we can fix that by just putting the things at the edge, the edges. There. Whoa. You can't do this to me. Why does it look like it's just not where it's supposed to be? As long as the fingernail is there, we're good. But I want to make sure it's right. I don't want to try to put it up there. Put it up there. Further. Okay. Let's continue on trying to put this over the fingernail here. I'm going to connect them together, of course. You know what I can think I can do right now is just take these and dissolve them. There. All up under that fingernail. Now let's just get this over. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, this should be fine. We got the lines right where we want them. Well, darn. I want to bring that back a little bit. Wait, no. Yeah, this is what I want. Rotate. I'm like, I know, I'm trying to figure out what I want here. Like, yes, I'm sorry, rotate. All right. Let's put the line all the way at the edge there. Uh-oh. Okay, what happened? All right, we got a little problem. This line should be there. And this, we can dial this back because right now it's on this actual finger or thumb tip, the tip of his thumb. We don't want that. It's being stubborn. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna delete that face. Why did they go back so far? I just adjusted it a little bit. This is very meticulous. This is this is why I didn't want to do it. But you know, we gotta try to do better, you know, we gotta try to improve upon our work here. I wanna ensure that our meshes improve over time. And this is one of the ways that I could improve them is just to try to keep the very small, minute details together on the low poly mesh because that will really help when I bake it. And it'll look just like it does on the high poly when I'm done. This is one of the things that needed to be improved upon compared to my last mesh. And we're going to try to make good on improving upon the fingernails here. Can't see. I can't see anything. All right. This is what we want. I think we're good as far as the fingernails are concerned. I think we got it. It doesn't look, I mean, I can't, it's kind of hard to tell, but it doesn't look too bad. So we can probably move on now. We have to do that with all four of the other fingers. Let's save it. Because that was almost disheartening. All right. Okay. We got. All right, we're going to wrap around that fingertip there. Or thumb, sorry. Nope, that's going to create a triangle. We'll go back to vertex. we're just gonna line them up as we go around. Oh. There's another fingertip. We're gonna have to work on that in the future. All right, so we can just go around the thumb, get it done here. Maybe without making mistakes, you know, that'd be nice. I think that'll be all right. And we're gonna whoop, whoop, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're gonna pull this one back, not the other one, this one. All right. I guess we got to keep that in view so it doesn't do what it just did, which is stretch all the way over on the other side. I just wanted to line this line up with that line. All right. Just want to move the camera. All right, we're making our way around here. I think we can just start connecting. Oh, you know what? I didn't even do this side of the fingernail. We can't jump the gun. Can't be jumping that gun. Sorry, I had to check. I had to check and see what was playing. I'm gonna be imagine hearing this for like a month straight. That's basically what you're gonna do if uh if you do a certain event on Final Fantasy 11. Now I'm trying to understand. Oh well, there's nothing to understand. We'll just do it that way. Oh no, no, no. We extrude it. You see, we extrude it, and then we connect this. But dissolve that. And of course we do the same thing for just a little bit there on the end. Well, I guess we'll just dissolve that one instead. I'm just wondering how I lined the other side up perfectly, but this side I had to do a little extra thing. That's all right though. All right, so now we're gonna go to vertex. Wait, what's going on here? All right, we should be fine. Yeah, we'll just leave that like so. I think that'll be fine. All right, so we'll continue around the thumb tip here. Try to line up everything we need to line up. All right, we're going to go back to vertex and go around. Once again, around the tip. And then we can connect that up to the fingernail. I do believe you might be able to just use edges for that. Boom. All right. Go back to vertex, and I'm just going to swing back around. I think we can, you know what, I'm going to adjust that just a little bit. All right. Probably did not have to put that vertex right there. Just did it. In fact, it probably ain't going to go there. We're just going to put it right here. Okay, that's on the top. So we don't want to connect it there. We want to connect this one to that one. We don't even have to do that. We can just connect the edges like so. I'm looking at this thumb here, this fingernail here. Why on earth didn't I put anything under that? Or did I? Maybe I did. So you know what? Let me do that. Let me undo that. Yeah, I did this side, but I didn't do the other side. It's like I done goofed. I'm trying to see how I can fit the underside of this fingernail in. Basically, I could just take this, delete the face, because I do want to add that in. I don't want to leave it like that. So you know what? Let's not delete the face. What I can do instead, we're going to have to go backwards just a tiny bit. Apologize for that. Okay. Now we take the edge Actually, we could probably take this edge and just wrap it around like so. As soon as I figure out where the heck I am. Okay, well, there's the problem. It's inside the fingernail, first of all. That's number one. It's not where it should be. This surface is such a way that I don't think it would matter. I'm gonna try to get that. I'm gonna try to get this fingernail in there. Let's see. Doing here. What are we doing? That's where we want it, right there. All right. Now it's in the correct place now. What if I try to wrap it around the edge like this? Okay, that's a little better. It's actually a lot better. It should be right on the line. Right on the edge, sorry. Rotate this. And the rest of this will blend into the finger. I have to remember this edge can just blend into the rest of the thumb. We should be able to just do this. I think that'll work. I just want to keep that edge. Can I do that? It's kind of ugly, but it shouldn't make much of a difference. Like this area and this area are pretty much on the same plane. Well, not really. They blend in well enough to where it shouldn't matter. You know, they start to meld into each other. Okay, these don't actually connect. We can fix that. And you know what? I want to dissolve that. There, now they're on the same plane. Hearing the same thing for a month sounds like my playlist. Yeah. It's an event on an online game where uh, you pretty much they kind of force you to grind it in order to get. It's like one of there's like a bunch of ultimate weapons that you can get. Basically, it's probably one of the only Final Fantasies that have multiple ultimate weapons, and they're all good in their own way for the most part. But this particular one, you have to get into this tower and just keep doing it for a long time until you have like an absurd amount of currency, and that's just one of the steps that you have to do. And that particular track that I commented on is the track that plays during that. I'm sorry, I was very focused on this fingernail. I didn't see your comment. Um, on a thumbnail, but we're almost done with it, and I think we got what we wanted. You know what else we can do? We could probably just take this and dissolve the edge. Excuse me. Oh, you know what I did? We have to leave that in. I dissolved the edge there. We have to leave that edge on. That was the entire point of doing that over again. Just to keep that edge in. And then we immediately dissolved it and just undid our work. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, we want those planes there. The only thing that's missing is this. Which I do believe we can. Hold on. Let me go back. Sometimes I think it's counterproductive and a counterproductive act there. We want, this is what I want. I want this and this together. That's what I wanted. I mean, it's not, it doesn't really make too much of a huge difference, but if I grab that and just kind of fold it in a little bit. Okay. Grab this and just push it in. I mean, just working on that little part of the fingernail is not really too big of a deal. But we have it there. We have it. When it bakes, the fingernail will remain. Okay. And that was what I wanted. That was one of the things that I needed to improve upon. Okay. So it's just this. We already got the eyes and the thumbnail. That's pretty much it, to be honest. I think that's the only two things that I really wanted to make sure that I kept in. And of course, do the same thing. We did the elbow. We want to do the same thing for the knee. And toenails aren't too. I'm not really too worried about the toenails because the feet are already not. They're already going to be. They're going to be in a shoe basically for most of it. It ain't gonna be no up close detailed view of this man's feet. Okay. We don't have any. There's no close ups like that. But we got the thumb done. So now we can work on another digit. Let's save it because I do not want to try to do that again unless it's for another mesh. I wonder if there's a way that I could just like. Well, no, I think some of my characters are a little too varied. But I was wondering if there was one if there was a way that I could just take like make like a base and then just shape that base to whatever. But this is fine like this. We'll get better at sculpting overall if we keep doing it manually and not try to take shortcuts. Mm. All right, well, we'll just move down. I mean, it's not really a big deal. Not much thinking involved in doing that. I'll make sure I can see the edges, of course. Hey, 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 hey. Okay. Hmm. Just move on down. You don't need to focus until we get to the point. You know what we should do, though? We should definitely just get the fingernails right out of the way immediately. Let's see. Let's see if we can manage that. Just make them kind of taper into the fingernail. Oops. Extrude, of course. Scale just a little bit. Now, if I do it this way, it's going to kind of be different. It ain't going to be the same as if I do this. I was just going to taper it all the way to the edge there. I don't think that would be a problem. Let's try it. Let's try it. I kind of want to make things look the same. I know, I think that's the general idea when you do red topology is to do, to try to, make everything uniform. Wait, I want to see what that does to the rest of the hand if I do it that way. Okay, it ends right at his wrist. So that's not really a... My point of doing that was to try to make it look more like this. What if I rotate this, hit that, rotate, okay. All right, so now we can just I can take at least one side and, can I do another one? I can do another one, but it's gonna wrap around unless I do it here. Okay, that messed up. Hang on. For some reason, holding down, oh, never mind. I'll take that back. Nope, that still messes up. I have to keep that in view somehow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now it's a little crooked for my liking. So we gotta uncrook it. Okay, so it did twist up right there. See if we can, see if I can just undo that somehow. Yeah, I guess it's fine. It is. Apparently I can just untwist it. I just didn't want to bother with the hassle of having to do that, but it's okay. It wasn't as bad, so we could, I mean, it wasn't a bad twist. It wasn't like this. And we have our two lines there. Now we just need to space them out a little better. I want to have three there so I can just take one side and attach it to the other and have something in the middle. And maybe we can put yet another line to try to get it to match the thumb. Make this a little wider. I think that's fine. I don't mind if the hand has more faces than the rest of the body because that's something that's going to be manipulated a lot. So I had the same thing for like I left a good portion of the face one's in and the ear because the ear definition is so small and of course what we're adding for the fingernails, but everywhere else can be large and simple. So let's try to let's get in a little closer. That way we can be a little more precise. Oops, let's rotate. Let's scale it though. Okay. I'm just gonna go along the fingernail edges. Maybe we can rotate them to be a little more closer to the edge. Uh-oh, we went over the edge. Good thing we could just spin the camera and see it from a different angle. Hey, 99, welcome to the stream. Working on the fingernails and the fingers. Oh, not much, not much. Hope you're having a great morning. We are trying to get the hands out of the way here, and then we're gonna do the part of the leg, and I'm gonna start gathering reference for a third mesh to do while I work on the rest of this off stream because I ain't gonna be able to do the groin and butt area on stream. I'm having an okay morning working on a new PNG2 character to replace Tattles. What? What's wrong with Tattles? Do you still want me to make the 3D uh thing? As soon as I lock down the hair, I can get started on that off stream. I still have not forgotten, okay? I just want to make sure I get up to that point in uh learning or my new workflow before I started on Tattles, Tattles is another character. This one is me. All right. All right. I think I have an idea of what I would do if I were to make a PNG. I don't think I'll ever. I don't know if I'll ever do it to be honest, but I did think about it. It would probably be in 3D, but well, it wouldn't be a PNG, but it'd be in 3D like a rig. Actually, I have two ideas, as a matter of fact. But it would be just like it would be more like a gimmick thing. It wouldn't be something that I would like leave up. I'm making me the PNG. If you want to make a different one for me. This one is a little slime frog that comes out of my potion bottle. I'm working on some animations. Oh, that sounds cool actually. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how that turn out. I kind of like that concept. Oh, we want to. Oh yeah. That's about that angle, but I want to make this a little more off to the side. Oops, kind of wanted to slide it over there, but not on the fingertip. Okay, just when we thought you had it, you turn the camera and you don't got it. You don't have it. That's okay. We can fix it. We can rebuild them. There. Even though I can't see a dang thing right now, I feel like I got it. Yep. And of course we do. Just some minor adjustments and then we can fix it. We can go on to actually doing the rest of the fingernail and then connecting it and all that jazz. I think what I need to do is make this a little smaller. Just a little bit. That way we can fit these edges just so. Hmm. Well, one of the idle. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, I already read that. If I get a good workflow, I want to make a small, simple Final Fantasy 11 animation of my slime frog as a semi let's play comic. Oh, you mean like Oh wait, okay, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, that'd be interesting. One of the idle animations I'm working on is the throat pouch inflating like a bullfrog and then popping like a bubble. Oh, so yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, he's gonna be completely made out of slime. You know, when I read a concept like with just text only, it has like for some reason like the way I picture it is like is almost completely different than, than what your intention is sometimes, or the other person's intention is. And then I was like, oh wait, no, it's like this. Okay, I was thinking more of like, um, well, it doesn't really matter. It's not. It's completely wrong anyway. But yeah, I get it. Whoa, whoa. That's where I want the fingernail right there. And we're going to just get down. Okay. My 99 HP potion bottle tips over and then spills out and then forms into the cute frog. Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, I want to see that. Why is this jacked up when I turn the camera? It looks perfect from that view. All right. And then it doesn't fix. Thanks. It doesn't fix when I just move it. I have to actually adjust it to move it. Luckily, we can just go and just do it blindly and somehow fix it. Can't see anything. Blind, completely blind here. We're going by approximations. Ace approval. That makes this a good idea. Yeah, there's it's always interesting to see, to see other people's ideas and workflow, even if it's something that you don't normally do yourself. Like I do a lot of people and creatures and whatnot. Not like that though, but I think the one slime thing I did was the Epic. It was the first boss in Epic Battle Fantasy 4. It was a flash game that I think they turned into a real game. You can actually get it on Steam. I won a code for my entry. They had a contest a very long time ago when Epic Battle Fantasy was coming out on Newgrounds, where you would draw a character from the game, and I won a code for mine. I think mine made it into the. I'm not sure if it's actually in the game, but it was at least on the Facebook page, the fan page that they had, and it was the first boss. Just imagine like a slime. creature with plants and sunflowers growing out of it if you didn't play that game. That was the one creature that stood out to me because I kind of like it reminded me of like a grass type Pokemon. That's one of my favorite types. So I like grass and electric. I'm a grass and electric person. Did they ever make a grass slash electric? They probably did, but I drew that and I still have that. That was like one of my first digital pieces that I ever drew when I was still learning how to do this in 2011. That was the very first thing that I posted online was that epic battle fantasy boss. I still have it. I'll show it one day. I don't feel like showing it right now. Maybe you should play it. Yeah, I do have the code, and it's on my Steam account. I can show it to you. Every type combo is covered except for ghost, ground, and a couple of normals. Is that poison and fighting? Is there a poison fighting? I think there is, right? Pretty sure there is. I can't. I don't. I only know generation 1, 2, and 8. Now I barely know 8. Like I didn't even finish the game because I'm too busy shiny hunting on my first playthrough, which is not a good idea. But I can't help it. I like doing weird stuff. Okay, that's how I enjoy games by doing the most grindy, pointless stuff. But I really should beat the game. I really should at least get the shiny charm. I got a Japanese Ditto. That's all I need. Okay, I can do it. That's what the voice keeps telling me. I can do it with just the Japanese Ditto, but it's I don't really play it that much, so good luck to me, I guess. Toxicroak, right? Of course, I drew that character too. You've seen that one, Toxicroak. I still kind of want to do a drawing like a realistic drawing. Well, not realistic, but like a I had this idea for Slowpoke that I wanted to try, and I never got around to doing it. Okay, we're almost there. On Harvestella, I put all my eggs in upgrading my farm, neglecting all combat. The grind is too good, but I get my ass handed to me. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're still in the beginning of the game. They're beating you down in the beginning. Sounds like my kind of game. That's how I played Witcher. I started off with Witcher. I put it on the hardest setting, and they were like, "All right, go hunt this thing." I was like, "You know what? No, I'm gonna go hunt these things instead." And they're actually killable. It just takes a minute, but you can still get them. I was so strong. I got to the point where it was literally only the DLC bosses that can really mess with me because I killed so many things early just by dodging and just hitting and attacking, and then of course they drop their what do you call it? They're like their little genes. It's like this little they drop their I forget what they call them in the game, but it's basically like their blood or their DNA or whatever, something like that, and you can graft it onto into the skill tree. You can like put it in your body, and you'll get their abilities from it, as well as making different potions that you can drink that'll power you up as well. I thought that was a pretty cool concept. But if you get enough of those early enough, you'll be pretty strong. Yeah, I know what Harvestella is. It wouldn't have been a problem if I spread out my skills and focus. I just put them all in one basket. Yeah, that's fine. You want to be a farmer? Here's a couple of acres. That's what they told you. Acres, as in they kick you in your junk. Those are the acres. You get it? Do you get the pun? I didn't come up with that. That was an Arnold pun. But that's what that means, okay, if you never got it. This is what they told me. Then I farmed money and got 5 more. 5 more farms? Sounds like you got it all figured out. Is there anything you can get from farming that will help your fighting? Or does it not work that way? 3 times your level. Oh yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing. You can kill them. I kill monsters 3 times my level all the time. Well, not really. Sometimes though. Sometimes I do. Depends on the game, really. I can do it in Anarchy. I will do it in Fallout one day. I'm figuring out how to actually mod the game correctly. But when I get that going, I'm gonna play through it, mod it, because I already beat the game, so I'm not gonna do it from another playthrough. Okay, so we have the fingernails. Finger nails. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stretch that over here. Money for gear and upgrades I can't unlock because of my character level. Okay, so I guess you don't level up through the farm. Oh, oh, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just close out this fingernail here, and then we're gonna bend it over the edge, get up under there, and then we can start doing the rest of the fingernail. I guess we could start from the tip and just work our way back at this point, or at least wrap around one of the edge loops to connect to. Very meticulous. I should probably be doing this offline because I know how tedious and boring this looks because it is, but it's part of the process, okay? And I am working on my other mesh offline, so I kind of have to do some of this online. Otherwise, I'm going to be kind of behind on my other mesh. Also, I didn't do the fingertip, so let me go back to that. Delete. When do you think the next Shadowheart stream will be? I'm gonna do one this week. Do I want to do it tonight? I'm not sure. Maybe Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday. I wanted to do one last week, but when the time came, I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like streaming, so I didn't do it. I had to skip Wednesday stream, and then I was like, okay, well maybe I can still do the gameplay stream. But then I was like, you know what? Yeah, let me just postpone that until next week. So, but I am gonna try to do it this week. I won't be around Wednesday. When will you be around? I can do it that day, if possible. If you really want to see it, I mean, there is the VODs and the YouTube archive, but if you want to see it live, I can plan around that, depending on what day you're available. Every weekday except Wednesday? Okay. Um, I'll try to do one after Wednesday then. Thursday or Friday. How does that sound? I don't know if I'll be able to do one today. I kind of want to do one today, but I'm not really sure if I should. But I can do one Thursday. Friday? I could do that. I could do that. I do want to get progress on that franchise because there are other things that I want to get into. I can see myself doing Zelda in the fall, but I want to play something in between tackling another franchise. I'm not sure what yet. Maybe something not RPG related. Just something that I can get into real quick and beat. Not real quick, but enjoy. I'm not going to rush through anything, but um, we can try to squeeze something in between that. Once we're done with all the Shadow Hearts games, we are going to play Shadow Hearts, get through the entire series. Because why not? Why not? We're in it. I don't want to take any. I don't want to like play anything in between Shadow Hearts 1 and 2. I just want to go straight into 2. But once we're done with Shadow Hearts, I might play. I might try playing something before I start another franchise. I'm thinking about Zelda, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. I'm not entirely sold on that yet, but the interest is there. You're almost done with one. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like we're heading into the end there. Got to go up and stop the old Father Simon. He's no longer Bacon. He downgraded himself from the most awesome character to just Father Simon now. Well, I guess we'll just close that off. I was looking at this though. That's what I was looking at. I don't want to delete. I don't want to dissolve any of those lines because I want that right there. His fingernail is there. Oh, whoa, whoa! Don't try to trick me. That's what happened. This is what I wanted though. Okay. Don't try to con me, Biff. Did you start the side quest for the final weapons and stones? I haven't seen any. I've got another stone. I got the fire stone, I believe. I don't know where to look. Are you telling me that now this is the time to start looking around for that stuff? Because I'll do it. I was just going with the flow. I figured the game would tell me, but if it's not going to tell me, then I'll start looking. Because I feel like if I go up in that tower and that's the final area, if I know for a fact that's the final area, I'll look for the other stuff because I do want to get all the monsters and whatnot. I just there's no context clues to look for that stuff. But since you're saying I'm almost done with the game, I guess the first thing I'll do when I play that game is start looking around and seeing what I could get going here. I just have no idea where to start as far as the stones are. But I guess we'll figure that out. The game told me everything else repeatedly, but it didn't tell me. I think I know where I could look. Maybe that fighting tournament, that monster fighting tournament, probably has a stone or something at the end of it. That's like my best guess of where I could start. But the next monster that I have to fight is actually incredibly strong. I'm not even sure if I can beat him. the green scythe wearing gremlin looking dude. That guy's tough, man. They want me to be incredibly strong to fight that guy because he's killing me in like 2 hits now. He killed me in 1 hit the first time I fought him, but now he's only killing me in 2 hits. It ain't gonna be hard to figure out though. I think if I just increase my physical resistance and then try to fight him that way, that might help. 30% off of 200 damage. You know, those types. You know, when you have physical reduction, the more damage you take, the more it's gonna take off. But that's still a big chunk of my life. So looks like you learn something new every day. This is a pro tip I didn't know. That's not helpful. That's just some that's just some Coomer stuff they had in the game. I don't even know where to look for Alice's. I had no idea those were even in the game. What the heck? What is it? What is this, man? How even old is she? I'm not doing that creepy old types unless it's what's his name? Final Fantasy VII did something like that too with Tifa and the little piano. I could probably, if I had the controller in my hand, I could probably still play that tune. I just have to. It might take me a bit to figure it out, but I'm pretty sure that I could. You basically just do the and then the panel opens up and you get her drawers or whatever, and that's how you get Final Heaven. I think you go back in time. You have to get her drawers out of the piano, and then when you do it in real time, it's actually Final Heaven when you do it. Something like that. It's been a while since I played seven. I don't know why it's a thing. And they even have that in 11 as well. You can get Arciella's skirt if you choose a certain dialogue option multiple times. I'm like, why is this? I'm pretty sure that Arciella is underage. I don't know why they put that type of stuff in the game. Okay, but that's what you get. That's what you get with those types of games. I guess I don't know. I want the gravestones and the ultimate weapons. All right, that's what I want. Oh yeah, what was the erotic magazine for? Now that we're on that subject, that was in the game too, and I found that. Are you at Nimeto? I think so. I think that's the place I'm currently at. Yeah, the monastery or the whatever the heck, the burned out monastery. Okay, I'm just gonna have to look for it because I have no idea what like the side stuff. I have no idea, so I'm just gonna have to look for them. I should be able to find it. The game ain't that large. It's not like it's a super open. It's not like it's open world. So yeah, we'll figure it out. Actually, I may have to rewatch the VOD towards the end there when I ended it the last stream because I don't remember the game telling me what to do next. So I kind of got a little lost. I remember I was looking around. I was like, wait, where am I supposed to go? And then I ended it because I was at the end of the stream. But I'm gonna have to figure out where to go next to complete the game anyway. But I'll do the side stuff first. Okay, that makes sense. They are severely under leveled though, so we're gonna have a fun time if we run into anything strong. Fun time Freddy. All right. Let's get underneath the fingernail. In front. I just want to see exactly where it is so I know. Okay. It was easy figuring out, the side stuff that we did do, like find the turtle. I guess that was something side. Oh, you know what? That was the thing. I gotta find that buried treasure that it was the ghost, right? The ghost told me about the buried treasure. She said it was 3 steps from where the turtle faces. I need to find out where that is because I have not forgotten about that. I was waiting for that to show up later in the game, but it didn't. So it must be in the place I've already been. You can't fool me, Shadow Hearts. You can't fool me. I want that treasure, and that's probably where a stone would be too. So we'll see. Yeah, we got some exploring to do and some explaining to do. Okay, we're basically just in the finger now, so that's where that. I think we got that. You know what we can do though? We can stretch this back. Oh yeah, all the way back. You know what I'm saying? We can stretch that all the way down into the underside of the fingernail there. Oh, here. I just saw something. Need to go to edges, zoom in, select this, and then we'll just put them together like so. Right? Wrong. I want to take that off. Don't forget the pedometer. Yes, that too. I got an item that boosts. We're going to be doing a lot of running around, so that'll automatically be completed. Not even worried about that. I want to do it this way instead of the other way that we did it. We just did it. I think now we got a little bit of a thing turning. It's turning into the finger there. Let's try something. Let me try lining up the fingernail with that, and then we can just dissolve whatever lines we need to dissolve. And then actually go off of these lines instead after we connect these. Oops. I should place. I will play Skies of Arcadia, but it ain't gonna be after Shadow Hearts. I need to play. I'm gonna play something that's not an RPG as an in between. Because Skies of Arcadia, that's another big invest. It's only one game, but it's still a huge investment. It's not a short game, and has a lot of stuff in it. And it's open. It's definitely more open. And I'm going to be playing the Legends version, which means that I'm not going to know where all those discoveries are because they added new discoveries onto that version, as well as some other things that aren't in the Dreamcast version. Hey, Reina, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Did you ever beat the IT game? I got I put that on my wish list and it's actually on sale. I was tempted to get it, but I'm still playing Supermarket Simulator. I got new products in my store. I hated the IT game. Hope you had a great weekend. Yeah, mine's been pretty chill. It's way too hard. Yeah, I got three different kinds of cheese. Yes, I have mozzarella, parmesan. I forget the other two cheeses, but I got them. All right, I just got crab sticks in. I got crab sticks in. I got ice cream in. All right, and I basically expanded my seafood section. Oh yeah, big tired. Did you wait? Did you go to sleep late? I kind of did, but I woke up early. I normally wake up early. I'm an early riser. That's part of the, like I normally draw in the morning and stream in the morning because that's when I'm up. Couldn't sleep last night. Oh no. Well, I hope you. I hope that goes away. Need your rest. Rest is important. My schedule is a little bit off. Like I'm in going to bed late, but I still wake up early. I just feel it. I just feel it more in the morning. it's it's not fun when you're tired for like the remainder of the day. You try to stay up. You used to have to wake up at 6:15 every day. Well, because it's summer break, it's 11:30. Oh yeah, yeah. I try to stay on daylight savings time. I hate it when the time goes forward because well actually no, it only doesn't normally does not take me long to adjust to it, but I've been having a little bit of trouble with that. But if I get my schedule together, by the time the time goes back an hour, I'll be good. But it's getting together, you know. My schedule is getting better. Sometimes if I'm doing some editing or some last minute stuff here or just whatever, you know, I might get into it. It might suddenly you'll get a second wind by the time I look at the clock. It's like, oh no, it's it's midnight, or oh no, it's past midnight. I was supposed to. I had the chance to go to bed early, and I didn't take it. I got wrapped up into something else, you know, or something else comes along, you know, whatever. But we're getting it back together. I think it's all right. Is this the way we want it? No, this is extremely unorthodox, I would say, compared to my other fingers. That's been me lately with my frog. Yeah, we gotta get these sections under control here. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put all these together. Let's see, edge, 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 and then edge. I'm just gonna put all those together. And then let's see, we can dissolve this one. Yeah, that's a little weird little discrepancy here. I'm gonna leave that. I'm just gonna leave it. It'll be all right. That one. How about this one? How about we dissolve this one? We can leave that one. This one can go. Right? Hold on, let me see what happens if I. Okay. That still looks weird though. What I can do is just move this back. I just don't want the topology to look too different per finger, you know? I'm just trying to make this match the way this finger looks. It has 3 going down the middle, just like this one. It just doesn't have a line that goes all the way up. But I was already planning on adding a line. And, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I don't want to add another line. We already added too many lines. You know what I think I should do is just get rid of this line right here. But I'll take a look at that later. When my day is over and I'm winding down, I try to stay on top of this. One day we're going to be breezing through this, okay? I'm learning as I go, and there's still some things I need to add to my workflow, but my goal is to be able to do one of these, at least to get like from sphere to like here in one sitting. That would be great to be able to have the amount that my original speed, like when I actually draw, because I do draw. That's my primary thing here. We kind of, this is still kind of a new skill that I'm working through. But normally when I draw something, it takes me about 3 days to finish it to my liking. And I kind of want to do that for sculpting as well. That would make things a lot easier for me. I could just not play anything and draw it, but I don't want to. I don't want to hit it that hard. You know, it's not. I don't think it's. You know, I like stepping away from something for a bit. That kind of helps me get better in a way. You come back to it, you feel refreshed. You're looking at it with fresh eyes. You see things that you didn't see before. I don't know, it depends. Sometimes you get the art bug. I got an art bug before, and I drew for like 2 weeks straight. I was like, I'm not playing nothing. I'm just gonna draw. And it just, you know, you get that limit break. You get that limit break meter. You're just like, whoa, I'm just flowing. It's coming out of me, you know. And if I could have that all the time, I would be okay with that. To be honest, I like, you know, this is me. I like drawing stuff and creating stuff, so I don't mind that at all. But it's been a minute since that happened. If I can discover the secret of limitless drawing, I would definitely take it somehow. I don't know. Just not get burned out. Just 2 weeks of just drawing and not even burned out. You finish something, you just immediately draw something else. Like, whoa, what's going on here? I like that once you figure it out. Yeah, you know what? That led into this. This is that when that happened, when I was done drawing, I was like, you know what? I want to do an experiment. I want to see if I have a like if I can make like perfect references for my characters, how they would turn out. That the last time I got bit by that bug is what caused this. Learning this, and I guess I don't know. Maybe it never turned off. It's just more involved now. You know, I don't know. I truly don't know. It's weird. I didn't think I would be able to grasp this at first, but it's actually easier than I thought. And we didn't do any of the typical tutorials. I just went straight into what I wanted to do and just learned it. I didn't see the point of crafting a donut. I feel like I don't know. I don't. It's not even the fact that it wasn't like an arrogant thing. It's just I just wanted to learn straight away, how to do characters. So I just did that instead. And yeah, the only real thing that I need to work on is like texturing and stuff, because that works differently from the programs that I started with. It's different. It's different in those programs like ZBrush than it is in this program. It's easier in this program though, so it's not really a big deal. Like I've already started texturing my other mesh. Okay, we're going to complete this fingertip, and then we will pick this up tomorrow. Or maybe we might be able to go a little further than the finger. I'm going to stop at noon. Noon my time. I think we can manage a little more than the fingertip in the next 10 minutes or so. But we're making pretty decent progress here. All things considered, you know, just it the one thing that I've gathered from doing from the first mesh to the second mesh is just doing retopology for the finer details, regardless of how the rest of the thing is. You know, we're doing fingertips, or the fingernails now, and of course, I already saw the face. You know, when I was doing the practice sketches, I saw some things in the face, but we already fixed that. Now it's just the fingertips, and I don't know. I can't really think of anything else that I should improve on, just besides general the neatness of the. You know, when I look at other retopology, I see that it's not all like super even as well, and I'm pretty sure it's not like a plane or like a perspective issue, but it looks like that it's not like 100% lined up on anyone else's either. But I don't know if it's because I'm looking at people who are also trying to learn. But even when I look at people who are making guides for this, you know, I see like little things like this, like it's not completely lined up with this one. So I don't know. Maybe it's just my perfectionism tendencies coming showing their ugly head here in this instance. But when we get to the end, we'll see. We'll really see what needs to be worked on at this point, because that's all it's going to take at this point. Is just finishing this and then seeing where to improve upon at that time. It's not 100% perfect. It shouldn't be, because we're still learning. But I know there's some things in that anatomy that could be worked on as well. You know, I thought I did a pretty good job on the anatomy, but I don't know, some things I'm like, okay, we'll have a better understanding of that in the future. Looking, yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I don't really see anything glaring. It's just very minor things that I can't see yet. But my eyes are telling me there's something just a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. It's not gonna come right away, but we'll get there. One day it'll all click. What was that anyway? Oh, that was the. What did I just do? Nothing. Okay. I saw something. Oh, I saw this. I hit the space bar. This is the animation stuff. We don't need that. That'll be our next goal to learn in Blender is animation. And we are going to start with the basic stuff like a walk cycle. Since we already have a human, you know, also, you know, that's one of the first things you work on is a walk cycle. And then from there we'll see. Stop. I hit space again. I use Alt to spin the camera, and sometimes, you know, I mess that up. that's my that's my space bar. It's just a loud space bar. I'm not like wham. I'm not doing that. I can't do that at all. My other keyboard, the keys come off so easily, and my caps lock keys on. The keys come off so easily on my other keyboard. It's crazy. They just pop right off. Even if I like, sometimes if I tap them wrong, they just pop off. I'm like, why are they so? Why is it so sensitive? That keyboard in general is just very sensitive. Like if I could half press it, I might get two letters. I don't know. And then other times it won't even register. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I type. You know, I'm like very twinkle tip finger. Twinkle, twinkle, tippily, whatever. That's not even a word, but you know what I'm saying. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Very spirit fingersy typing sometimes that I do, as opposed to the clank, plonking on the keys. And they feel smaller too than your typical keyboard. So I don't know. I feel like these keys are smaller. I have one of the very old IBM uh, typewriter S keys a couple of rigs back, and then when I switched to these newer, colorful RGB Corsair keyboards, they felt like they had smaller keys. I never really adjusted to them, so I make a lot of mistakes. I type a lot too. It's not like it's not like a practice thing because I do edit my story from time to time, just making sure everything makes sense and proofread it. Get spelling errors and grammar mistakes. I don't want any of that in my web comic. Okay, I am English speaking. English is my primary language, and we want to make sure that we get that, or at least get that right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tips. We didn't close the tip off yet, but we'll get to that. I'm gonna cut the number of edges in half here, just so it lines up with the rest of the finger. Let's see. No, that's not what we want. We want this. I don't know why I clicked all the way over there, but it did it. Oh, okay. Looks like this is we ain't gonna get too much further from this. I want to stop soon here. What if it is connected, right? It seems like from this perspective that this is not connected to this face. It seems like it kind of arcs over it, but it's actually connected somehow. And that's why I want to get rid of this line. To about right there. Be all right. I kind of want to play some Tomb Raider games. I don't know. Maybe I'll play a Tomb Raider. Well, that's the whole. I want to play the whole franchise of that. So maybe not Tomb Raider. Like I'll do the old franchise and then the new because I got them all over the years and sales, various sales and whatnot, and they just remastered the originals. I was a big Tomb Raider fan. It was one of my first games when I played when I first got my PlayStation. I had already played 1 and 2 by that point. By other means, my one of my friends had Tomb Raider 2, and one of my family members had Tomb Raider 1. And I got into it through that. But when I finally got a PS3, I think Tomb Raider 3 had just come out, and I kind of want to get into those. Hey, little bass guy, welcome to the stream. We're actually about to end, so I'm sorry about that, but we're not going to be. We're gonna end very soon here. I'm sorry. Uh, I just want to get this finger kind of going here. We'll pick up again tomorrow. I don't know. I want to. Yeah, I don't want to do this one. Thank you. Let's go to edges. we're gonna get rid of that. I'll probably do that later or tomorrow. I think we might as well just get these lines all the way down. Oops. And dissolve that, and we'll just have the tips have the more lines there, more lines on the tips than the entire finger. I kind of just want them to match the lines on the palm a little bit, besides this side, because we're gonna have to take a look at this side, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. But I can at least match the palm, so we'll try doing that. And I think I might just be able to just close this off right here. Yeah, I might actually be able to manage that. So let's see. Oh yeah, low base guy. After further review, that AI thing that I mentioned about that about the AI Laura Croft, that was actually it was a hoax. That guy was lying through his teeth. So forget everything that I said. I was looking at it, and I was already skeptical. I'm not super, I'm not super, super expert about, what's possible with AI, but yeah, the whole thing was faked. It was all fake. What he was doing was basically just playing the game, and I watched like hours of this footage because I wasn't too sure. I was looking at it, and there were some things that Laura was saying, and the way he was playing, I was like, nah, this isn't something ain't right here. It's highly likely that's fake. Okay, so no, it's not possible, not yet. Like Google is just starting to do it, and they have like the best AI. So I've read anyway. So yeah, forget everything I said about that. That's not true. You can um have AI play a game, but the best that I could find, because I actually started researching it, was an AI mimicking your movement. Like they watch you play the game, and then they'll be able to do what you did. That's the best I could find. So sorry that I spread that misinformation. I saw what he was doing. He made a video about how he did it, and it seemed possible. Although I was a little skeptical about it, even with my limited knowledge of what is possible. But then after I mentioned it and brought it up, I was like, you know what? What's going on with that? And I went back, and apparently there was a bunch more videos now of that of this person playing this game. He just has, I think he just has chat GPT or whatever just read a script in Laura's voice, and it mimics the voice perfectly. That part's real enough, but it's clearly written. The guy is French. The biggest thing that stood out to me was the guy who did it is French. He is not a native English speaker, and that shows in the writing. That alone shows in the writing. And he mentioned some things that were more like he referenced the thing that stood out to me. And this isn't, on its own, it doesn't really mean anything, but Laura kept referencing the Fifth Element, and if you know the Fifth Element, it's made by a French director, and the guy is French, so that kind of, that I don't know, that kind of leans towards, at least to me, I feel like it was that alone was enough to tell it was fake. There are other things too, but it's a pretty big coincidence if you ask me. Okay, we got a finger and a thumb. There was a video. I mean, I'm being a little. Yes, it is. I do like The Fifth Element. It is a good movie. But what I was saying, I brought up in Low Base Guys chat not too long ago that there was someone who made an AI that could play um the video game and pretend to be the video game character and commentate live. I was a little skeptical, but I brought it up. You know, I brought it up in this stream, but it's actually not possible to that extent. Laura Croft, yeah. When I brought it up, I was like, I wonder how what became of that, you know. And I went back and I saw it, and he had like a 10-hour video of the entire game, and I just had it on while I was doing the other stuff, and there were certain things that stood out to me that led me to believe that it's actually a human. Yeah, yeah. It was faked anyway. Don't even. It's nothing. I'm disappointed that it was faked. I hoped it was a real thing, but you know I didn't fully believe it from the start because you know it didn't seem right to me. Some of the movements. If an AI played that type of game, it would be more like a speed run or a tool assisted speed run. Yeah, but there's little clues. There's clues throughout the person's channel that I didn't know about beforehand. But once I started digging, I was like, okay, this is not really a thing, unfortunately. You could in theory do it, but not to that extent. You know, when you type in something to GPT, there's a bit of a there the time it takes to process what you typed to GPT is a little bit slower than Laura reacting instantly to something that's in the game. It's kind of not possible. At least not yet. Maybe one day. Okay. All right. I'm gonna save it. I want to thank everyone who stopped by today. Um, really appreciate it. You know, I enjoy doing this, and I appreciate everyone who stops by. I appreciate those who watch the VOD. And yeah, it's like a. I'll explain it next time, but basically, yeah, you have to integrate the game the person into the engine, the AI. Sorry, and yeah, I appreciate those who watch the VOD and on YouTube. I will be back tomorrow. If you know nothing comes up out of nowhere. All right, so I'll